I heard the Microsoft thing that says I need to fix problems with my computer. But then I looked at it and it's not actually fixing problems. Hey guys, how you guys doing? How are we doing today? Hey. Sorry for the Microsoft notification noise. At least it woke some people up, I hope. Hey guys. So, I had a few things planned for today's stream. I hope everyone's doing well. Bonnie Sins, love the name. Ion, Botanical, Yoki, Iron Lion, Chozo, what's up, brother? Cypher, hey dude. David, Jusuno, Unsafe, what's up, bro? Jordan, what's up, man? Savage, what's up, son? Alright, so, few things. First of all, I don't know if we're going to talk about this first, maybe when some more people get into the stream type thing, but Odin, what's up, man? Clavier, dude. Starting off with 10 gifted subs from Clavier. Thanks, brother. I really appreciate you, man. Hey, Mitchell, how you doing? Paul, can we get a Pog in the chat for Clavier in this case? Thank you, Quinn. I really appreciate it, man. Pog for Quinn, boys. Neon, what's up, man? Yoki, what's up, dude?
Oh, thank you, dude.
Hey, guys. So, a few things, guys. First of all, we're going to be doing editing today. And yeah, we're going to talk about the keyboard as well as a few other things that I'm going to mention later on in the stream. But for now, it's just going to be this. Do I have my microphone set right? No, I don't. It's probably really loud. There we go. Now it's back to normal. Saw it peaking. Rebuilding my tofu acrylic right now. Hell yes, Dutch. Hell to the yes, brother. Had to go over just some quick thoughts. No issues with loud, huh? Weird. Had it set to no gain, which usually I have it set to -5.
Oh, thank you, dude.
I really like the board, so after a day of using it, like straight using it, I'm really interested in the board. Like, I can't wait to get the second one so I can put different switches inside of it. I want to thank you for editing tips. The last one, I was able to take my photos look better. Dude, today's going to be even better. I'm going to show you guys some new tricks. Dude, thank you so much, bro. I appreciate you being here, brother. Minchily, I love that emote, Minchily. Thank you, girl.
Oh, thank
Eat
you.
the mic. That kind of hurt my teeth, I'm not going to lie. I tried to edit photos on my phone. Dude, you can do actually a lot of what I'm going to be doing here. With the exception of photo stacking. I don't know if you can do that in your phone. You can do that. Oh, I actually don't have that set, Chosen. My bad. The Thinks are over here, though, with the exact same setup. Happy to be here. Thanks, Odin. I appreciate you, brother. Yeah, we got to change that. But yeah, I really like the board. I actually took it apart one more time just because I was not completely satisfied with the stabilizer for the backspace. And I actually noticed that the backspace stabilizer wasn't sitting on 110%. I had to actually push it down a little bit. Serbestia, thank you so much for the 69 bits. Garden Gnome 81, thank you so much for the follow. So I just fixed that. I actually went and actually lubed a little bit more on the stabilizer for the backspace too, so it feels a lot better. Jen just redeemed her VIP Discord role. Hell yes. What are the switches in it again? So we used Zealios 68 gram. Well, Zealios switches, and then we swapped them for 68 gram. Actually, let me show you guys. Here. Well, this is the one that had the oil inside of them, but these are the switches, the springs that we use. They're from Thickthawk. They're magically progressive springs, and actually, I'm a big fan. The key looks hot, dude. You look hot. Thanks, though. I appreciate that. At last, yes, at last. They are custom Zeal. Yeah, they are customs. I mean, a new YouTube video, dude. I'll have to check that out, dude. For sure, bro. Okay. Can I see the spring again? I wasn't looking. Yes, Yoki, you definitely can. Oh, drawer. Dude, let me tell you guys, I actually redid my entire drawer system for how I keep parts and stuff, and it feels so much better, dude. I can't stop looking at the key. We're going to have a nice look at it here in a second, too. So they're magically progressive springs. I really like them. I'm a big fan. I have another bag, and I'm going to be using them for the next Space... I'm going to save them for the next Space65, just for you guys. I also have some TX springs, stainless steel TX springs that I'll use for the next build that I do. So I can't wait. What's up, brother? Hope your day's been well. Dude, my day's been great. We actually cleaned a lot today, too, with the exception of my bed, because fuck that thing. I'm never going to do that. But yeah, it was good. Alex Odo's 800. Oh, 8008 looks nothing like the render. I felt nothing for the renders. So fucking good. Dude, let me tell you, I'm kind of in the same boat, Gwen. Like, when I opened this yesterday, or I guess on Friday now, I was kind of in the moment, didn't really take it in. But then when I was taking photos of it, and I was like, this actually doesn't look like the set. But I will admit, I'm more into this than I am the renders. And I think I'm more into this because it fits this keyboard better. So bet it looks relatively nice though. No, thanks, Jose. I appreciate that. Alex, what do you think of GMK Bleached? I haven't seen that when they're unsafe. I'm gonna have to link it and I can take a look. How are the side mounted? Dude, so Botanical, I actually switched this particular USB port that this one here is. I actually switched this to be on 24/7. So we're never gonna have an LED issue. You know what I'm saying? But remember, this is still the round 1 PCB. So looks good. I am gonna go into the QMK software sometime soon and change some things. It is a little bit bright for me anyways, so it's a little tough to take some photos of. So some explanation of how I take some of my photos, especially for RGB. And there's a pink light reflecting on this right now, guys, because there is a pink light. Like, well, I don't know if you guys can really see it. There's pink scrolling through that. So that's why there's pink.
Oh, thank you, dude.
Oh, thank you, dude. Connor, appreciate it, bro. Alex Otis, I can show you how to ESD protect the art. Yeah, I was thinking about doing that. We'll definitely get to that, Dutch. I will definitely take you up on that. Opalix, what's going on? Not too much, brother. We're just we're streaming here, you know. I don't know if someone has asked you this yet, but GMK Belafonte or GMK Bushido. Bushido all the way for me. However, I like Belafonte. I just have so many light sets right now that Bushido is kind of my go-to for what I'm going to be purchasing, actually. Because I like the way it looks, and I like that darkness, the dark reds, and the like the more dark grays. What did you use to lube the springs? So the springs, I don't have it with. What do I do? Because I reorganized my desk. Let me see if I can find it for you guys. So I use this oil. Okay, so this is spring oil, and I get this from a local vendor, Apex Keyboards, and I actually really like this. So I use this for all of my lubricating of my springs now. However, I think I'm on my last tube, or maybe last 2. I don't know. We have to find out. So it's a Robocop with a gold badge. Yeah, I guess it is. You know what? I have to ask Old Cat what exactly this is. At first, when I kind of glanced at the package, because we opened it all together. Talisman, thank you so much for the 111 bits, brother. Appreciate that, bro. But I thought Old Cat had sent me something different, to be honest. But this, honestly, it's so nice, and I think this fits the build really, really well. Space65 Ocean with GMK Nautilus or Nord. Dude, I'm a big fan of Nautilus, dude. Huge fan of it. It's on my Rama right now, so if you guys do want to see that, I can show you guys later. What keycap set would you recommend to your desk mat? So the cool thing about the desk mat that I have, let me show you guys. Botanical, thank you so much for the 7 bits, bro. I like Talisman. I'm like Talisman, but worse. No, you're just as good, bro. You and Talisman, you guys are homies. So the cool thing about this desk pad is it has particular colors that I know work with just about everything. Like greens, probably not. But it does fit a variety of different keyboards and colors and whatnot. So, hey Anthony, how you doing, brother? So I would honestly say, like, ideally you'd probably want something like laser. So I think the X keycap should be back on the escape. But this is delete, so it's kind of like X out of there, you know what I mean? Okay. Everyone's doing pretty good, I hope. I hope everyone's doing really well. Fuck. Alright, should we get to some editing, and then we'll go into some more thoughts about this later? Or do you guys want to hear more thoughts about this, want more questions asked? We can do some of the questions while I edit. We can do that. For sure. Let me do that for you boys. I'm thinking we edit. I'll let you guys pick. So we're going to do a bunch of different things as per the norm today. Dude, I know. I wish the weekend wasn't over too. All right. Let's hop into editing. So we have tons of photos. And I mean, a metric fuck ton. But I guess I want to show you guys first some different angles of this board. So I hope you guys enjoy some of these pics. Now, some of these are done with a photo stacking technique. So I'm only going to show you part of the photo for now. So for example, we'll get some up close stuff over here. We'll hop right into this. And again, these have not been edited. This is straight from my camera. These are usually taken with an exposure value of like 0.7, usually in the negatives, or 0.5 in the negatives, just so I can get more contrasty colors. Guys, it looks like Alex's CA vendor Apex uses TX products. So if you're in the US, yep. Apex uses a lot of TX products, which is really cool. Got the pick is sexy already. Dude, I know. I love this. So what's really cool about the board is the texture on it's really, really nice too. You can see, you know, and again, this is probably not the best photo to show you guys, but the texture on the board is really, really clean. There's really nothing crazy about it. I wonder how the good LEDs... Oh, dude, I'll show you that in a bit, Jen. Like, this photo already looks good, but we're going to make it better. I don't know if we're going to start off with this. I just want to show you guys some different angles. This is the back part of it over here with Gray Studio. You guys can see this. I think this looks fan-fucking-tastic. So you guys can see this over here. Hey, Tony, how are you? Nice $300 screwdriver. I know, it came with a free keyboard. The back one's awesome. Yeah, I mean, like, that's so nice. And again, you can see a lot of the machining that goes into the keyboard too, which is really, really cool. And again, this is on a macro scale. So to the human eye, like when you're looking at this normally, you can't see it. Really, really nice though. I think the gold badge in the back is beautiful. So I'm hooked on this. I'm hooked. And the cool thing about this, again, it's modular, all that kind of good stuff. And you can even see some of the colors in that keycap over there by Latrilium. I forget how to pronounce it correctly, but we're going to go with that. And guys, for upcoming keyboards too, if you guys are looking for more build streams in the future, I think Clavier sent a whole bunch over. So soon we shall be getting those, and we shall be building some Clavier acrylic. And I'll even chew one on stream for you guys. We have to play AC, dude. I know we have to play Animal Crossing, dude. S-Craft Pokemon caps are coming back. Yes, yes. Like I said, I was concerned about that in the beginning, but we are good. And here's another angle of it too. So for some reason, you guys can kind of see the pinks in this particular shot, because this is warmer, this shot, kind of look faded out. They kind of look more muted, but I can assure you this is not how it actually looks. The way you would actually fix that is by adding some blues and some saturation. Don't dude me, dude. But again, really, really cool back logo over here. Really nice finish on it too. So the back logo I found was a little bit more rough, but I honestly really liked it. Hey, did you get a closer look at the Ormec wrist rest? Dude, let me... Hold on, boys. Let me... I don't have it on my desk today just because I was taking photos. If you guys want to take a look at the Ormec wrist rest, this is a prototype, mind you. This is a prototype. Odin, bruh, 8 tier 1 subs. Bro, thank you so much, dude. I appreciate you, baby. You guys want some really cool desk mats? One that I like is all white. I took some fire photos of those today too, which will be not going over in today's stream because they're still on my camera. Fucking amazing, dude. But we got these. And this is from Ormec, and you can actually see it matches this desk pad, like, oddly perfect. Can we see the warping? So mine didn't warp too bad, but you can... I don't know if you guys can really see it on camera. Maybe. So it bows down in the middle. Unfortunately. So, and you can see with this one here, it's actually one little piece of color. And this one here is mostly transparent, and that's kind of where it gets that, right? And it has this interesting looking back piece. And this one here I got from Drop, which was about 70 bucks or something. This is around the same price. This is from Anthony at Ormec. The final product's actually using a different resin, so I'm told, which should be a lot more, even more solid than what it is now. But this is actually a full cast of colored resin, which is neat, with a very thin layer of transparent. Yes, but they will be selling it in different sizes too. Mine's all 60%. I do need a 65% one to match this now, for sure.
Oh, thank you, dude.
The back is really nice on this too, and this doesn't use a full gloss finish. I don't know if that's going to change. You have to ask Ormec. But, yeah, but the really cool thing about this one, though, I think I can kind of show you guys. Hold on. Okay, flashlight. Hold on. I don't know if I can get this to work really nice with this. Yeah, you can kind of see. It has, like, a transparent texture to it, where you guys can kind of see some smoke on it. I don't know if you guys can really tell. Kind of awkward for me to do it on stream. I can right there. But depending on the light you put through... Hey, man, Laudica, how you doing? How are you doing? Yeah, that's that. Where does one get something like this? So this one here was from Drop. This is by a company called... Oh, I'm going to screw it up. HYLM or HLYM or something. And this one here was from Ormec. And this is to match his new desk pad, but it oddly again matches this one. So maybe we'll swap it out because I didn't realize this one here matched better. Maybe I'll redo some photos later. Thank you for the tier 1 sub, Milotic. I appreciate you. Just got back from Golden Hour. Dude, it is actually really nice. You guys can't really tell, but the reason why I'm a little bit more energetic is because I actually have fucking sun in my room. So that's the nice part there. It ships at the... I don't actually know. I actually forgot the top of my head. I think it's like a month after the group buy is done. You might have to ask Ormec. Ormec's in the chat, I think. Ormec, when does it ship? All right. Back to editing things. Actually, let me switch that screen over so I can see what I'm doing over here and read things. You guys don't get an Inception view. So let's actually jump straight into editing some stuff. We took some desktop setups today as well. Some setup photos over here. But what I wanted to show you guys was this one in particular. This particular photo. 30 to 60 days after group buy. This is on the site. Perfect. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Dude, I'm loving what Ormec's doing too. Alright, so the first technique I am going to show you guys in which I edit the photos is called photo stacking. You guys are going to look at this photo and you guys are going to think like, Alex, this is a pretty fucking boring looking photo. But what we do is we're going to take our first shot over here, which is actually focused on the mouse. So let's take this one here, which is focused on the keyboard. We took about, I don't know, 12, actually no, 10 shots of this guy. And we're going to look at it. We can tell there's stuff in focus. Actually, this one here is more focused on this. I think it's this one that was focused on this. What software do I edit my personality? I don't know. I have to figure that one there out too. Here we go. You can see a lot of this is just really nice and focused on the keyboard over here. And what we do is we take different parts of the photo. So for example, one on the mouse, one over here on the macro pad. We take one on the corner of the actual keyboard. And I think I ended up taking like 5 different points of the keyboard. So you're using a mode on your camera, which allows you to set, or you can do manual focus, set points of focus and then take your photo. Use a tripod. Please use a tripod. And this can be done with a lot of different cameras. Someone, Alex, this looks like a pretty boring photo. Alex, hold my Adobe. Pretty much, dude. That's pretty much how I work. Guessing that's a final-ish RoboCop top color. Yes, I think so. Honestly, Big Tuna. Big Tuna? Big Tuna. Let me tell you. Big Tuna from The Office. I'm assuming that's what that's from. Thank you, Nerd, for the follow. I appreciate you. I usually hate silver. This board made me fall in love with silver. And I think I kind of want more silver stuff in the future. Maybe. Well, I don't know. Maybe that's stretching it, but I like this color. Goes well with GMK 1008. So what we're going to do is we're going to hit auto. That's what I do for every single photo of mine. And we work off what the computer kind of thinks is best for us. Bro, so many famous boys in here. I know, dude. So many big names. It's kind of making me nervous. You know what I'm saying? We got Mint Laudica. Holy hell. We got Clavier. Holy hell. We got Chozo. Holy hell. Big name, brother. How do you not like silver? I don't know. I just find silver sometimes kind of boring. Is that just me? All right. What about jewelry? I mean, I have silver rings and stuff, but actually they're over there. I don't feel like. Anyways, let's get back into this. So what we're going to do first is, now that we've zoomed in, we're making sure everything's in focus. Next is actually, again, the mouse one. So let's go back to this one here and hit auto. All right. So now that we've hit auto, we're going to take a look at this. It looks bright. It looks good exposure-wise, but we actually want a little bit more textures and clarity with this, as well as some sharpening. Yeah, I'm famous now? Chozo, you are, buddy. Don't even stress. So we're going to sharpen it just a tiny little bit. So, you know, you can tell it actually starts off at 40. We're going to bring this up to about 55. Usually what I do with my photos. Sometimes I actually don't sharpen them at all. Did you get Desmat from Oramek? I've gotten the Fire and Ice one. I think the other one Anthony is giving me early again to take some photos of, but I think that arrives sometime this week. So I will be able to show you guys some actual photos of that. What do you even for M6? What do I use my M6 for? Stream and Photoshop stuff. But right now it's set to stream mode, so I can't use it for Photoshop. And then next what we're going to do is we're actually going to bump something up called texture. And what this does, you guys can kind of see on an extreme scale, is it takes fine points of the actual photo over here and bumps up everything so it makes it look sharper as well as crispier, if that makes sense. However, 100 is obviously too much. So we're probably going to want to apply something like 20. And this is a very important part because you can see what it even does to the wrist rest over here. It really makes the texture of the wrist rest pop. Again, we're gonna leave that at around 20. Yeah, me too. I'm a huge fan of texture and clarity recently. Before I was like all bokeh, we gotta have all these like beautiful looking backgrounds, but fuck no, now I'm into this. And then the last thing we're gonna do is we're gonna just pump up the vibrance just a tiny little bit. I find my camera, and again, this is per camera. My camera shoots a little bit unsaturated, and it shoots in normal profile mode too, so there's no like vivid. It's just standard. So we're gonna want to pump that up. I appreciate that, Odin. Yeah, guys, like it's really fun. So these are just the quick parts of Lightroom. Lightroom's really powerful to the point where you can actually, you know, hit auto and it's really good. The last thing you guys might want to look at, and I have white lights, so mine's usually not too terrible. Turns out bokeh is basic. Yeah, because just one photo. We're going to apply 10 to this one. You can play with the temperature, and you guys can see what the temperature does. It makes it warmer or cooler. In my case, I don't think I need to do anything here, but you can do this a tiny little bit in some cases to kind of correct your photo. You can kind of see the grays are a little bit, to my eyes, yellowish, maybe green. So you might want to put a little bit towards the cooler side, not as warm. And that's probably because, again, I had the pink lights up. Javier with another 10 subs. Javier, bro. Thank you so much, bro. I appreciate you. Are you using Photoshop? I am. Javier, you have beautiful boy. You have a beautiful night.
Oh, thank you, dude.
I want you to have great dreams, and I hope your hand's feeling better. You're a lovely human being, dude. Use that royalty money. All right. Thank you, Quen. I appreciate you. You're a beautiful boy.
Thank you, dude.
So now that we've done one, guys, I'm going to show you guys a trick that's going to save you guys a shit ton of times. All right? You're going to right-click that photo. You guys see what I'm doing? Developer settings. Copy the settings.
Oh, thank you.
All right, dude? Thank you, dude. I appreciate you again. All right? Now you're going to make sure everything's fucking selected here, and you're going to hit copy. All right? You've now copied all the settings. Now you're going to highlight all of them by using Shift-click, which is going to do the entire row. Make sure all these are highlighted. You're going to right-click on any one of them that are highlighted. Developer settings, paste settings. It's it. Everything's been pasted. Yeah, don't copy the crop, which we haven't done cropping yet. I usually do cropping in Photoshop. Little tip, guys, do cropping last. Right now we're not even adjusting anything else. It's just colors.
Oh, thank you, dude.
And that's because we're photo stacking, and there's a reason for this. Now that we've done all these photos that have now applied this new thing over here, we're gonna right-click them again, edit in, open as layers in Photoshop.
Oh, thank you, dude.
Now Photoshop's gonna open up. I'm gonna go through its thing over here. I use Lightroom for everything because I'm a lazy dude. Honestly, me too. Sometimes
Oh, thank you.
I'll be honest. Like there's some photos where I'm like, oh, this is fire. Just export right out of Lightroom. All right, now this is gonna take a second because it has to open up. These are all very large files. While this is doing this though, one thing I did want to show you guys, which let's actually just select a single photo over here. There is a feature in here. If you notice, you guys, okay, Photoshop, relax. If you guys notice, you guys feel like there's some pieces of your photo that needs to be enhanced, or you feel like there's some aliasing going on, what you guys can do is hit Enhance Details. This is a new feature, and it's supposed to reduce artifacting and improve details. I've used it a handful of times, and you guys, I don't know if you guys can even really see. Even I'm having a hard time noticing on this particular photo. Basically, it reduces some like shitty bits of the camera. I don't always recommend using this thing though, but I tried doing a switch macro shot stack and it was just uggo. There's some photos where I fuck up with the photo stacking, I'm not gonna lie. Like really, really close-up stuff, but I'm starting to learn some more tips and tricks with that. We'll figure it out together though. Let's go back to Photoshop. Still opening here. Oh no, I think we're good. No, we're not. Fucking mad. I just begged my server. Alright, let this load. Again, these are huge, huge files. Huge files. And the cool thing about this too is even if you kind of screw up on one of these photos, and you miss color grade something, a lot of the times you're only after the sharpening, and I'll show you guys some more tricks on how to get the LEDs to exactly what you want in some of the other photos too. So we're done opening this guy here now. All this AC talk makes... Dude, honestly, I've been playing since yesterday, and I've been having a blast. At first, I did not know how I was going to feel about it, because I've never played an Animal Crossing game. And I'm like, dude, this is kind of relaxing. The sun was beaming down in my room. I'm just playing this game a little bit while I'm, like, letting photos import in my computer, and I'm like, oh, this is beautiful. This is nice. I enjoyed it. Savage is downloading it now. Whoa, we're gonna have a fun party there. So, all right, we got the photo. We got the photo. Photo's done. Let's make this dark gray. So, next thing we're gonna do, select all of these layers on the bottom right, or wherever you guys have your layers panel. You're gonna hit edit. You're gonna hit auto align. This is very important, or the photo stacking will not work. You're gonna hit auto. All right. Once the auto is done, sometimes again, depending on how many you're doing and how big your photos are, it may take a little while. Hey, TGG, HGG, how you doing, brother? Yes, Mincherly, it is super important that you align it. Like crazy important that you align it. And then now that all of these are aligned, when you click through them, the only thing really changing is the focus. All right. So again, any one of these photos is aligned now. All right. How do you pick up things? Yo, honestly, Tony, I was playing with Tony. I was on the phone with her last night. We were playing. Let me tell you, the controller. This is just a gripe, and I'm gonna go to this camera over here. The controller for the Switch, all right, versus the controller that I use for everything else. Why didn't Nintendo think it was fun to switch YXAB like this? Why did they do this? Why? Like, now I'm sitting here clicking this button for like engaging in things, when on this controller, for everything else in the goddamn world, I have to do this one. So I'm sitting here constantly clicking backing out of every goddamn menu for everything. You know, I haven't played Nintendo in like 10 years. I have the same problem? Yeah, I don't know. I prefer this. Like, the PlayStation and this are just so similar. Yeah, Nintendo's got to be Nintendo. You're so right, dude. You're absolutely so right, dude. Mincherly said, or Mintlotica said, that transition? Yeah, it's fun. All right, we're back. We're back into Photoshop. That was a gripe I had to get out of the way. I was getting so frustrated earlier. Like, legit so frustrated. Pros now have to swap between them all. Dude, honestly, I want to rebind everything so bad, but it's not even my Switch. It's my little brother, so thank you, my little brother, for letting me borrow that thing. Yeah. Even playing with friends online is hard. Yeah, I don't know. It's just, drives me nuts. Next thing we're going to do, we're going to hit Control-J while everything's selected. This is going to copy all your layers. You're going to hit Control-G. We're going to group them all, and we're going to call this backup. And there's a reason for this, and I've explained it in one of my streams prior. But basically, we don't want to lose the original photos. And there's a reason, again, for everything that I'm doing. All right, now that we're going to go zoom out of the backup. Actually, let's make this a little bigger here. Select all of these layers again. You're going to hit Edit, and you're going to hit Auto Blend. Leave everything like you see over here. Content aware fill, seamless tones and textures, and stack images. We're good to go. Hit OK. This will take a second to load. And what this is going to do is actually going to try its best. And I'm going to say try its best because sometimes you have to go back and fix things to align everything. Wait, you have to pay extra to play with friends on Animal Crossing? Don't need backup, just Control Z, do it over again? Oh, textures. You do? Hold on, wait. I paid like $90 Canadian for this game and I have to pay more? That's crazy. If you have a Twitch Prime, then you get free Nintendo Online? Really? I kind of want free Nintendo Online. I had no idea. You have to get online? Oh my god, it's like the other networks. Okay, never mind. I did not know that. Hopefully my little brother has one already. Well, if not, I have Twitch Prime, so we're good. You have to pay for an online ability. That's so crazy. Join a family? Hopefully I can. Thank you so much for the follow, Trashy Lama. Thank you very much. Like $4 US a month? Oh, you know what? Speaking of Nintendo, you know what I've been paying for all these years? For the bank and Pokemon on my Nintendo DS. I totally forgot about that. I keep getting the charge and I keep forgetting about it. It's still loading and bam. Look what it just did, guys. Literally everything is in focus. All right, everything, even Homura. Because you know I had to flex this today. Because it went so well with the purples. It's not really a flex, just a figure. So now everything's in focus. Obviously, you guys can even see the little specks and nooks and crannies that on my desk that are kind of weird. Like this little piece of dust over here. You piece of shit. I don't know what you're doing in the photo. Wait, how do you get Nintendo Online with the Twitch Prime? Yeah, I want to know that too. You guys have to show me later. The water bottle has more stickers than... Yeah, dude, the water bottle looks fire as hell. Let me show you guys. Wrong fucking button. This one. Let me show you. I fucked up with one sticker, so I gotta fix the Ross and Audio one. Okay, I don't want to tilt it. I don't want to spill any water. Look at this. Hey, if this isn't the most fire sticker, though... If that isn't the most fire sticker... Come on. This is nice. No, I'm not. That's why I'm holding it like this. Everyone would cry. It's okay, I have another PCB. Okay. The stickers are dope, yeah. Me too, I love her. She makes some crazy keycaps. Hence why we put one on this build. I thought this was fire. Alright. So now that we're done this, Tom Nook is a oligarch? I'm not sure what that means, Jen. That's my NA education coming into play. Where'd you get the stickers from? From all the keycap vendors, really. There's only one non-keycap thing on there, and that's my headphones. Well, actually, maybe the Nano Leaf sticker, that's it. So now we're going to inspect this. Obviously, there's little bits we're going to get rid of, like springs that I, for some reason, have laying on my desk. Pieces of dust, a washer here, which I didn't even know was there until I looked at it right now. Thank you. Thank you, Photoshop. Pieces of, like, my beard or hair or whatever. I have no idea why they're there, but they're there. So we're going to take a look now at the part that I was telling you guys earlier. Which is just ensuring that this actually did everything correctly. And we can actually see right here, there's some blurriness. I don't know if you guys can tell. There's a piece of hair. Thank you for fucking pointing that out, Photoshop again. What we're going to do is we're going to go into our backup layers instead of having to navigate all that shit. And we're going to find the exact layer by just hiding until we find it right here of where that's in focus. We're going to hide everything else in our backup layer. I have a beard everywhere. I swear, dude, same me, dude. It's fucking crazy. All right, Jack, you're playing Counter-Strike's in my way right now. Get the fuck out of here, Jack. Thank you. All right, so now we're going to create what's called a layer mask on this over here. All right, so what the layer mask is going to do, make sure the layer mask is black. Black means everything will be hidden. We're going to take a paintbrush and go to white. And then next thing we're going to do is we're actually going to paint with a hard brush in this case here. So 80 and a smaller brush. We're going to paint the texture back in of the in focus photo. Need an 8008 theme cable. Yes. I think Reagan's actually working on it. They keep that on the DL. I think it might be a painted aviator. Keep that on the DL. Let me get this man a tablet. I have one, but it's like too big for my desk. I actually don't even really like using it, to be honest. I'm so good with the mouse now. You just leaked it and you tell me to keep it on the... Just keep it on the DL, boys. On the DL. And again, we're just going to make sure everything that we want is in focus to be in focus. And this doesn't have to be an exact science too, guys. I guarantee you, you're never going to actually use these photos on this scale. So just make sure that you get the texture in there. Dazzle, what it do, baby? What's up, brother? And again, we're just going to make sure everything we want is in focus. We're going to zoom back out. And again, just inspect against the parts that you think are going to be the most important in the photo. Practicing on your aim. Oh, hell yeah, dude. No, you can't. But I'm like this all the time mentally. I have to make sure everything's like semi-perfect, or else I get anxious for whatever reason. We're just inspecting every little bit, like right here on the backspace. Ooh, I don't like that blur. What are you doing, brother? All right, so we're going to zoom back into there. Actually, I think... Yeah, okay, so I don't like any of that. And we're going to go to... Not this one. We want to go to the one where the keycaps are in focus. And this actually might be... Oh, right here. Right there. We want to go to this one. Again, this for whatever reason, this layer mask started off as white, so we just want to fill it to black. Alsman, thank you again for the 111 bits. I appreciate you with every fiber of my being. Nugs, what's up? How are you? How are you? You didn't get rid of the hair? I will in a bit. That's the fun part. We're going to do all the texture stuff here in a bit. And again, we're going to go to white. We're just going to get rid of all the bits that we don't want. Play. I think it actually might be this one. No, that's the wrong one too. Well, actually, I like this one here better for that particular one. So again, layer mask. We're going to fill it with black. How's it going today, Alex? How are you liking those progressive springs compared to the Zeal springs? Big fan. And I'll tell you why. I like the little bit of feedback I get as I'm bottoming out. And then it kind of gives me that sense of, okay, I've hit enough on this particular switch, move on to the next letter. And I'm liking just the way I'm typing now more too. And this is after literally a day of use. So difficult to argue with that sort of acknowledgement. Dude, I appreciate you telling me. Always did. Always do. That's why you're a VIP. What weight are those springs? These are 68 gram progressive springs. Dutch, we will do some marbles later. I promise you. You guys know we do. BT just took a bite out of the 8008 tray. Well, I feel bad for you guys. I'm not hungry for trays, to be honest. You know what I'm saying? That's his name. Not me. You know, it's not me. But I appreciate BT for doing it. Stream snipe him. I take a look at his stream here in a bit. I know he's building the Bower today, which is hella interesting. And actually over there too, we want to make sure Asian Fork and Enlarged Pickle, thank you very much for the follows. Again, we just want to make sure that all the keycaps, again, these are important that we make sure these are done. If you guys do make a mistake, you guys can literally just color in the layer mask with black again, and you're good to go. So that's the cool thing about this. And again, a few more caps we just want to make sure are good now. I got you open on 2 screens. Dude, I really want to see the Bower. Hell yeah, dude. I'm excited to see BT's build too, man. BT's a homie. I love that guy. All right, let's fill this in. And then let's also just fit this in here. If we finish first, you know we're hosting him like we did last week. You know it. All right, now that those are actually done and all sorted out. I like the way these look now. The next thing we will be doing is removing some dust, which I know you guys find therapeutic, and I do too. Let's actually just make sure the mouse is all good too, because sometimes cables fuck this thing up. Mouse looks good. So, I'm going to show you guys another trick that I showed you guys once, ever. And that's hiding, first of all, the backup layer. There's too many layers there. And just so you guys are aware too, this is what that particular photo stacking does. It creates layers of the sharpest bits, as you guys can see, and then puts them into one photo. All right, so that's what that actually does, which is really cool. I really want to see the Bower. The Bower's nice. Front of the intercap was a little weird thing. Better to use that band-aid. Front of the intercap? Oh, piece of dust of some sort. Not even there now, so I guess it settled or something. Oops, what'd I do? Alright. Imagine having to know how to program software that does... Yeah, I know, right? A lot of it's AI stuff. So the next thing we're going to do, just to kind of show you guys, is stamping the layer by hitting Control-Shift-Alt-E. This is going to create everything that you already see on the one new layer without having to basically remove anything else. So now that we've stamped this, there's probably going to be dust on these keycaps, which there is. So what we're going to do is we're going to apply something we just learned, plus hiring. I was going to read Minterly's comment, and then my brain got mushed and all crossed, so that's weird. Yeah, Adobe hires some legit people, they do. Next thing we're going to do is we're actually going to apply a filter to this, which is the noise, dust, and scratches. And I showed you guys this once before. And we're going to leave this to about 2 pixels, because I find that works the best. There we go. And you guys can already see the dust is gone. However, we lose all the other texture everywhere else, and you guys can see that over here. Now, because plastic's pretty much flat and there's basically no texture to them, we're going to create another layer mask. And what we're going to do is we're going to fill it with black again, so everything gets hidden. Take a white brush, reduce some of the hardness here again, make this a bit bigger. Zoom in to where we need to go, and then start brushing on where we want to hide all the dust and scratches here. And this works better on keycaps and other flat materials that have little to no texture than sitting here with the healing tool and struggling for the next 20 to 30 minutes. Now, I have been pointed out before by some of my other Adobe friends that this is like the lazy way of going about it. However, because we're only really posting these on Instagram, it literally does not matter if we're being lazy or not. because the image on Instagram is like max 1080p on a very small screen. Who gives a shit, brother? You guys know what I mean? This is considered lazy in some people's eyes. Oh shit, I need to watch the clip. I wasn't expecting new tips. Botanical? Hell yes, dude. If you guys miss anything too, it's gonna be on VOD and I might actually upload this to you. However, none of these videos, apparently, because I'm new to doing VODs and moving them to YouTube, they're all gonna get copyright striked. Who gives a shit? As long as it's easier for you guys to digest. I learned though, Twitch removes VODs after like 18 days for affiliates or something. Did not know that. And I lost a bunch of old videos. Well, this is amazing. Thank you, dude. And again, all these dust scratches are now removed. We don't want to hit the top of the caps because the top of the caps actually have texture that we want to see. But this tip does not work well for mouse pads because you remove all that nice texture from the mouse pad. So this is not something you want to do on a mouse pad. We will go back and do some editing on some of these caps with the healing tool. Love your work, Alex. Thank you so much, Toxic. I really appreciate you, bro. And we're just going to fill that in. There we go. So now that that's pretty much done, actually we can even do the side of the case here because it doesn't have a whole lot of texture. And even something like this, we can do a little bit here. White's always a tough color because dust can settle on this and you'll never see. Unless it's under, again, like a microscope. Make the mouse pad smooth. Oh man, I've done that before for photos just because it's like been a mess and I'm like, okay, this needs to get fucking fixed up. But I'm not a big fan of it. Okay, we're gonna stamp the layer again. What did I just do? Windows security. Oh, hit some other button there. Alright. So we're gonna get our healing tool now. Which is, where did I put it? I think I moved it. That's right here. I'm stupid. Love the long hair by the Lebo. Oh, buddy, that thing is gonna get fucking gone now. We're gonna remove all these little hairs. This little hair over here, boys, the magic of the healing tool. Make sure it's set on content aware. And what we're gonna do, we're gonna start getting rid of all these little hairs, all these little specks we don't want. And some people might say, Alex, this is a lot of extra work for an Instagram photo. Wouldn't it be easier and faster to clean your room? I don't know. The dust you can't really see. The dust is, like, I've lint rollered these 1,000 times, and by the time I set up for a photo, it's not good. I Swiffer my room. The only thing I don't do is make my goddamn bed. You know what I'm saying? Never gonna do that. That's a waste of my time. Alright. Even this hair over here, later, boys. Later. All these little micro dusts. And don't forget, this is a very high resolution photo because we're shooting with like a 42 megapixel sensor. Isn't your bed made? Not really. Oh, what did I do over here? Oh, no way. Oh, I fucked up, boys. Actually, we can just do something. I'll show you guys a little cool trick here if you ever fuck up like I did. Delete. Delete. We're fixed. It's fixed, boys. Stamp layer again. What are these hacks? What we're doing right now is we're literally just applying a healing brush to everything to get rid of all these little dust. You guys are probably, like, if you guys are big into TikTok or other social medias, Control Z, pretty much, dude. Or your dog isn't gonna sleep. Yeah, exactly. Different situations for everybody. Even people with pets, man. Like, I don't have a pet myself, but my god, I can only imagine the amount of like dust that you can't see or even hairs. That when you're actually trying to take like a high-res photo, that this stuff happens. Even this over here, guys, like this washer that I did not see. Later, boys. That shit's going bye-bye. And I will show you guys like the patch tool eventually. I know I have like some paint splatter on my wall too, so later. Did you get a cat? Oh, I don't know about that. At least by shedding hair, you've demonstrated that you're expanding audience, that you are not part of the reptilian. Yes. I'm confirmed, boys, not a reptilian. You guys were concerned about that. I know a bunch of you guys were. I know there was some threads going on. Is Alex a robot? How does he do his photos? Don't worry, boys. I'm not one. Not that you guys know anyway. Maybe that was planted hair. What camera do you use? Planning on updating my camera. So I use an A7R2. It's actually what I'm streaming with right now, which is kind of why you guys can see the detail so clearly. Mind you, I think it's only set to like, what? Is my stream 1080p today? Who knows? I think it's set to 720p. That's why details can come up so clearly. Very nice camera, and I'm using on this particular lens, it's a 28mm lens, but the ones I take most of my photos with is a Zeiss lens, which is actually this guy right over here. Oh, now I'm showing you guys, but in the smaller camera, it's a Zeiss lens. Zeiss makes really good coatings for the cameras. This is a Zeiss mixed with Sony, so I'm not too sure if Zeiss made the glass on this or not. I believe Sony did. Side of the key and the photo is fucked. Which one? Oh, did I fuck that up too? I don't know what happened with this exactly. I think I accidentally... Oh, I know what happened with it. We'll fix that. Oh, hold on a second, guys. What exactly happened here? Interesting. Not really sure, but let's go over that again. Good catch, good catch. So let's do this over again one more time in case someone mixed it. Again, this was done by hitting Control-Alt-E. I might have clicked something, who knows. But basically what we did was we hit the auto adjustment, or sorry, the filter, and we hit a dust and scratches on 2 pixels. That's all this layer was. All right, and then what we did was we hit this guy over here. We're gonna fill with black. And then we're just gonna draw in all the dust. I'm gonna do it really quickly since we already did this step. This is how I usually do it. Good catch. Holy hell. Can you imagine if we did that and didn't do it like that? That would have been crazy. That would have been crazy. And the nice thing about this, guys, we're not going to lose any progress on our other layers because we didn't even touch the keycaps yet. What we're going to do is we're going to cut off that part there that we fucked up on. What was that free editing software you recommended? So there's GIMP or GIMP, whatever you guys want to call it. There's that particular software. There's some other free software too that is on the market now. There's so many free ones. There's some on your actual tablet you can use too if you guys don't have a computer to do this on. Hey girl, thank you so much for the follow. Same with you, Asian Fork. Appreciate you guys. And we're done this right. Okay. So let's stamp that layer again. Let's open up this layer where we're working on. And what we're going to do is we're literally just going to cut out this. If you guys ever do something like this where there's something you don't want, just delete it out of your photo. Not this photo. And it's gone. That's the one we always had to use in school. Yeah, it was popular back in the day, especially. Because it was free, you know? So we're going to go back to our healing tool. And we're going to start healing. Make sure you unselect everything. And we're going to start doing that. And this. All right. Yeah, like if you guys are getting into it, it's, you know, Photoshop's not that bad. It was more expensive back in the day when you had to actually purchase the software outright. But now you can do it on like a basis where it's not too bad, where it's monthly. Talisman, thank you again, bro, for another 111 bits, dude. I really appreciate you. You are the best, dude. Talisman, did anyone tell you you're the GOAT? Has anyone told you that today? If not, they should be. Yeah, man. Photoshop, like, I have the complete software package for it. Mind you, I get a discount for it just because I... Basically what happened was they fucked up my bill for so long and I was paying like $2 extra a month. And, you know, I just signed up when it was $11 and they switched it to $9. Like, it was $11.99 and I was paying $11.99, but they switched it to $9.99. And they never fixed my bill for like 2 years. And I didn't check because I didn't think there was a need to check. So, yeah. They ended up crediting me a whole bunch of money, and then like as an apology, they gave me like the entire suite for only like $30-something a month, which is perfect because I was gonna buy it anyways because I need it Premiere. Bubble and Wheat, thank you so much for the follows. No one suggested a thing in the past, such a thing. Well, they need to stop suggesting and label you it because you're Talisman the GOAT now. You know what I'm saying? Nothing wrong with GIMP. Pretty powerful, very much so. And you guys can see there's a lot of blurring on the edges, but that's because we've aligned layers. We're going to cut that out with cropping, and that's what I meant where, you know, we're not doing this right now. I scratch in my wall. That's what I mean, guys. You'll find shit you never noticed when you start doing these things. It's your best, yeah. Thank you for giving Tony a sub. Appreciate you, dude. Get rid of some of the fingerprints and shit on my controller over here. Guys, yo, let me tell you a side story. This Xbox Elite controller, I almost snapped in half last month. It randomly And guys, look, I'm missing an A on my monitor, but don't say anything, okay, guys? The A just kind of fell off on Predator, right? No one say shit. No one say shit, boys. That's kind of scuffed. That monitor was kind of expensive. But one day, it just kind of fell off. Who knows? But yeah, that fucking controller over here, guys, oh, it pisses me off. It randomly cuts in and out, and I read such things about the Elite controllers. Oh my god, and it finally started happening to me. My lord, it's annoying. We'd even fix up the sticker over here, you know what I'm saying? Can't you Photoshop it back in? I mean, technically, if we really want to get into it, we technically could. We could just do this. You know, we could literally just draw it in with a tool here. I'm not too sure the angles of this. We'll just kind of make it up. Do more like this. This is super rough. We could use a pen tool to make this an actual shape, but I'm lazy. Then we hit Alt because we want to take out the middle part over here. Right, and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna fill that in with the silver, sample that layer. And then what we're gonna do is take our clone stamp, take part of the D. I don't like the way I said that. Oh, the way I said that at all. Oh, I think this is a bit small. Basically, we're gonna sample in all the texture and actually make this. Yeah, part of the D. No one has to know I said that, boy. Nobody. And we're just going to sample all the textures back in, and then I'll show you guys another little trick. Let me slow it down here a little. I'm rushing myself. Hello? Just really want to see some fixing going on here if we're going to make this photo perfect, you know what I'm saying? Basically, what the clone stamp does is it takes part of the photo, like you're seeing here from the T. And we're just sampling in some of that texture back. Just very slowly. Now what we're going to do... a little bit more. Not completely. This doesn't have to be perfect because this is, again, so small. Take that part of the D, bring that across. That sounded weird again. Huh? Infill needs a drop shell. Yep, we're going to do that too. Now what we're going to do is we're actually going to take hard brush again. So we'll sample the highlight edge. Hold the click once. Hold shift. Click again. A little bit too much there. We're just going to make those little pieces there that it kind of gave us. Especially the one right above it too. And now we've done that, so we're going to hit blending options. We're going to do a drop shadow on this guy. Right? We did make that. And we're just going to bring up the distance on this a little bit. Change the angle of it, because that's the angle is actually this way here. Perfect. Bring down the spread. Bring up the opacity. And that's good enough. And now we got our A back. Yay. The A is back, boys. Good enough. We're going to stamp layers. So every time I do something like this, I just stamp the layer. We're going to just go through everything one more time. Like, I want to get rid of all this shit here. That A. Oh, thank you. Very quick. Nobody would be the wiser. You're right. We're just going to get rid of all this shit. So A is back, boys. If you guys actually go through all my photos, it's not there in any photo. But no one said anything, so I just kind of leave it. Dude, let me tell you too. I think I mentioned this in one of my YouTube videos from like 2 or 3 months ago. The NVIDIA badge on my EVGA graphics card too randomly fell off as well. So I find that your lightweight Photoshop tutorials are highly useful. They ease people into using an arbitrary complex tool. It is complex at times, by utilizing them in a limited practical context. Polygon use, service to others. Thank you so much, Talisman. I try my best, man. We can do a lot more advanced things in the future, but like I'd have to. I wouldn't be able to chat very much because a lot of the time I need to concentrate on more of the advanced things. I used to do a lot of painting on Photoshop as well as like some heavier manipulations. But for whatever reason, I like bite my tongue and go and just start editing and don't even pay attention to anything else. That'd be like a stream where if you guys actually wanted to watch it, I mean, there wouldn't unfortunately not be too much community. Now this is going to be one of the anomalies. Yes. Now that you guys noticed it, and by the way, I double stack my desk pad. It's still a thing. It's still a thing. Trying so hard to buy that desk mat, but it ain't working. All right. I'm sorry, brother. It's a nice desk pad. It goes well with GMK 8008, even though it's not meant for GMK 8000. You know what I mean? Yeah, we're just gonna get rid of some of the little dust speculars and stuff that the filter could not remove because they were either just too thick with 3 C's. These weird little things here. Did you email Dixie? Yeah, man, their stuff goes sold out so quick. Dude, Nezuko from Demon Slayer. Miniatures. I love her stuff. Absolutely love it. Like this little piece of hair. Alright. Now, for the most part, we are pretty much done this type of editing, which is just the healing tool on a lot of things. We don't need to go crazy with this. We're going a little bit more overboard than I normally would, truthfully, just so you guys can see things. I would say that the most important guideline to editing images for presentation is to eliminate distractions for the viewer, not to lose focus. Yes, so there is a few different like concepts of imagery that we can go over as well, boys. Being like vanishing points, rule of thirds, focal subjects, foreground and background type things. There is a lot, there's a lot, but I think the most important thing to you guys is once you actually learn, and I think it's very important to learn the basics of like how to get a photo composed and stuff, is to kind of develop your own style past that. Remember that a lot of art stuff is only guidelines, and what is the most pleasing in most cases to people. What I used to do with a lot of my photography was like rule of thirds, and I still do for the most part. Like subject matter should go on a guideline, as well as I used to do a lot of vanishing points in straight lines because they're pleasing. Drac, thank you so much for the follow, dude. I appreciate you. But nowadays, I kind of I do a lot more angles nowadays with vanishing points that will lead you, or lines that lead you to your subject, which I think is very important. Yeah, leading lines is very, very important. All right, so now that we're done, for the most part, doing Photoshop stuff. Well, in this particular photo, let me get rid of some of the weird anomalies on my monitor here. The next thing we're going to do is we're just going to go ahead. Oh, one more thing, boys. Little piece of dust. Got you, bitch. Is we're going to edit now and photo manipulate more of this. So again, another layer. With this particular wrist rest, as you guys can see, let me switch back to it. The colors aren't as pungent as you'd see here. However, since we're not doing this for accuracy in any sort of way, we don't have to follow any sort of guideline. Again, this is just our, it's not supposed to be accurate. No one's claiming this is accurate. I never, unless I state it, We're going to brighten this up a bit. We're going to brighten that up by just selecting this little bit here, as well as increase some of the contrast, because we want to just bring that up in brightness a little bit, make it punchy, and make it pop. Yeah, definitely not a product page. You can do whatever you want. I don't really want to put purple here as well. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to go back up into backup and group everything that we've just done and call these edits. All right, we're going to actually go and hide that now. It's going to reverse everything we've just done. We're going to go through our backups, and we're going to find a color like this that we really, really like. This does not have to be in focus, and I'm going to explain to you guys why. What we're going to do is we're going to take this by selecting it out, hit Control-J with the layer that you are selecting it out from, and this will create just this particular thing that we selected. We're gonna unhide edits now. Now, realistically, because this actually is, it just so happens to be in focus, we could just leave it like that. However, we're actually gonna do something that you guys should do in the future when you're editing RGB by using color, right? Now, again, just to show you guys on a more basic scale of what I mean, I see that you somehow got away from Animal Crossing. Tell me your secrets. Tyler, I have no idea how I got it, buddy. I literally, it's still on. But I changed the monitor settings, so now it's not actually on in front of me. Down the road, though, guys, if you guys do want to see some other colorations on your RGB, actually, let's make this soft. We can actually just, make it 2 different colors. I'm just picking random things right now, boys. There's no actual color theme to this. And you can actually select color mode. And then you can go in and, work your way in with new colors and stuff. This can help with some RGB goodness. However, there is different stems in there because they're pink stems. But we're not going to do that. But again, if you guys wanted to down the road, you guys can, in a more neat fashion, change the color of your RGBs type. Nice to see you here, by the way, Tyler. Appreciate you coming out today, brother. So the next thing I usually do with all my photos too is I like to highlight and accentuate the cable a little bit too. So again, we're going to hit Control-Shift-Alt-E, stamp it all. And you can see the Space65 is looking hella dope, dude. And we're going to take the dodge tool. We're going to put it on midtones. Leave it on about 10 to 12 exposure. And then get a round enough brush that we can start dodging some of this and accentuating the highlight. As you guys can see now, it's very subtle on that. And then we're going to do the same thing, but we're going to do highlights to the keycaps. And what that's going to do is it's really going to make this punchy. It makes the keycaps, as we can zoom in here. So stamping a layer means that we're hitting Control-Shift-Alt-E, and it's taking everything that it sees visibly from every layer down below and putting it onto a new layer. That's what stamping actually. And what we're going to do with that dodge tool on highlight mode is we're actually going to, like I said, punch up the brightness on some of our keycaps. And you can already see it's making a huge, huge difference. And we're going to do the same thing to some of these guys. The resin keycaps with this particular effect, guys, looks fan-fucking-tastic. We're going to bring up some of the highlights there, really make them punchy, really make them pop. We don't have to do it for white. You never really want to touch straight white caps too often just because it just becomes overblown like you see right there. Yeah, she makes some crazy caps, dude. OPM, I'm doing well, man. We're doing well. We're just chilling. We're having a good time. We're editing photos. I'm trying to, I guess, not show people how I'm editing things. And I know it's usually a very requested thing. But these are actually some of my most favorite streams because I don't have to pay too much attention to what I'm doing on the keyboard. I can just chill with you guys and have a good time. You guys know what I mean? And we showed everyone photo stacking again today, which I really like showing everyone that. And then we can go in again with the healing tool and just get any sort of, again, last minute dust things you guys want out of there. Love to hear it. How are you doing today, bro? How are you doing today, man? And then we might even want to do some of that to Homura too, because I actually want her to be a little bit more popping on this. And just a little bit with the highlights, rather, and we're going to go straight to midtones because she's a darker subject matter. And then the last thing we're going to do, boys, is we're actually going to take some of the shadows and punch up some of the shadows. Now, we could have done that in Photoshop. However, this is only selective things we do, and the Photoshop, the Lightroom stream that I'm going to show you guys in the next week will show you guys more masking and selective things you guys can do in Lightroom. Really interesting to get insight on your process. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. I'm gonna head to bed now, time zones and stuff. Nord, have a great night, bro. Appreciate you being here. Love you, brother. And we're gonna slowly bring in some highlights, I guess, or some light on some of our darker areas, like the side of the keyboard, by using the shadows, right? And we want to make sure this is even. And what I mean by that is what I'm doing right now is not even. I'm just kind of showing you guys. It's actually going to bleed onto the desk mat, which we don't want to happen. So we're going to actually go back a few steps here. Like right there. And what we're going to do is we're going to select just the board. Now this doesn't, again, have to be exact science, but the closer you are to the board, the better. And we just want this darker part over here. We're going to leave the camphor over there. That Space65 though, dude, it's so fucking... I'm gonna talk more about it here in a bit too, but it's honest to God beautiful. Like I absolutely. All right, so there we go. We're just brightening up some of the side of the board there because we want some of that to pop. I'm gonna get the mystery box. I want the creamsicle, dude. I actually, you know what? Since Old Cat showed that all black one today, I'm not gonna lie, I want the all black one, like the all. And then I think he's doing something special for the edges over here, possibly. Like my lord, I really want, like so badly. Yeah. He said there's gonna be an all black one, possibly. I don't think it's a guaranteed thing. So actually, we're going to go back into the backups too, and we're just going to see if there was a layer with better RGB on the mouse. Was there? I don't think there was. You know what too? This needs to be hidden. Let's see if there was a better RGB layer for the mouse. Something with some actual colors. Maybe not. We're not too worried about the mouse, to be honest. What we can do is we can try this. We're going to make a duplicate of this layer, bring it all the way to the top, above the stuff we're working on, unhide the stuff we're working on, make a mask of this again. Do you know where I can get creamsicle switches? I actually don't. I actually don't know the answer to that one. He did show up. It was on his Instagram, actually, or the Gray Studios Instagram, I believe. This is photo stacking. How long do you think this takes you to edit on average? When I'm not explaining it, truth be told, it probably only takes me about an hour, hour and a half. Not a huge amount of time, to be honest with you. With this, guys, we're going to turn this up a little bit. And actually, what we're going to show you guys here, too, is a selective tool, magic tool here. We're actually just going to select... Well, we're going to try to, anyway.
Oh, thank you, dude.
Oh, thank you, dude. Jacob, thank you so much for the Twitch Prime, brother. I appreciate you. Holy hell. We're going to change the tolerance to about 40 on this. This is the Magic Wand tool, guys. A lot of the Franken switches are very expensive, to be real with you, dude. A lot of them are. We'll make sure you bring it down to 25, the tolerance. We're just going to slowly brush in here now. See if that actually changes the colors at all. But when you're doing stuff like this too, just be careful, because sometimes this actually doesn't do anything and you're just kind of wasting your time. I feel like I'm wasting my time here doing this. Yeah, I don't like that. We're just going to get rid of this layer entirely. We don't need to do this, but we will get rid of some of the dust on it. But the novelty cream switch with C3 tangerines, do you know how expensive that is? Honestly, probably pretty expensive for a switch. Simply because the tangerines might be hard to get your hands on. Same with creams actually right now too. If you're just going with retail, then you just add the 2 that you need up, depending on the quantity, right? That would be, you know, I guess the getter there. So there we go. We've edited one of our photos. And like I said, we have to crop a little bit here. Simply because we're photo stacking and it creates some of those janky looking edges. We're just going to bring this in a bit. I'm not too worried that we're going to lose some of this because I plan to lose some of it. But I shot farther out. I have like 20 on my desk. Yeah. So it'd be a lot of you have to figure out if it's worth your while, right? And I'm so happy I managed to snipe some creamers in the last restock. Dude, I'm happy for you, bro. So once this finishes cropping and whatnot, boys, we're good. This is good enough for me. I really like the way this photo turned out. Now, because we're never going to use this particular size, it's too big. It's 7,700 by 5,000 pixels. We're going to reduce this to about 4,000 pixels. And what I usually do is I preserve details. However, if you just hit automatic, truth be told, it's probably your best bet for what you guys want to do. So just hit automatic. Don't get too much fooled into all those particular special resizing things. Automatic, Photoshop knows is best. It has some crazy AI on it, so. Y'all think Zealios V2 will sound good on this board? We have Zealios V2 on this board, actually. Nox? Do you want to hear a sound test, Nox? Mind you, we did spring swap them, but it didn't really affect the sound too much when I was just playing with them earlier and put them in a hot swap board. Yes, sir. Definitely, man. Reagan's cable, though? Hell yeah, dude. The cables are fire. Cables are always fire, dude. Much thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate you. Holy hell, I just knocked this over. Alright, let's try this. I don't know if I thanked Jacob. I think I did for the Twitch Prime, but thank you again, Jacob. I really appreciate you. Alright, so photo's done. How I save this? We'll do the sound test here in a second. We're going to save for Web Legacy. You don't always have to save for Web Legacy. I do because if I don't, it saves in like a 16-bit format. And just to get out of that, it's kind of a pain in the ass. Hit save. And we're going to save it in our Space65 folder. Hit save. And we're good. Now that this is done and we're fully happy with this, and truth be told, this is eating up a lot of my system usage right now, we're just going to close this. This is done. We are done with that photo. We're going to go back into Lightroom and then start all over again. But first, you're like a weird electronic whirring in my room, which is starting to like drive me up the walls. You guys know what I'm saying? Do you need to open the case to change the LED badge? No, it's actually just a magnet. Let me show you guys. A very strong magnet. See? No, I actually don't think it. I think it's actually the switch. It's the Switch. That's weird. The Nintendo Switch. But let's do a sound test of this, because I know some people still want to hear the sound on it live opposed to on the YouTube video. And if you guys do want to hear it again, it's on a YouTube video as well. Thank you so much for the bits, Jacob. Holy hell. Jacob, this one's for you, buddy. We're doing the sound test just for you. Let's open up something here. All right, tell me if this is good, boys. Sound okay? Have you tried it without the foam? No, not yet. But we will build one PCB here in the next little while. I don't know what switches we'll use, but we'll use something. Maybe some inks. We have a spare PCB. And a spare plate. That enter though. For context, guys, just for context. This board, this Think, also has Zealios with 67 gram springs. It's 1 gram off. All right, so this isn't a polycarbonate one. I actually, Oplex, love the carbon fiber plate, and it was a joy to work with. So now, this same board from the same person, being Creative Studios, we're going to do another test. And just to show you guys alone, this actually, to be fair, in advanced, and I am OPM, this particular spacebar has a Holy Panda in it. That's why it's a little louder than this. However, Right, dude, the index finger is strong, bro. And just to show you guys again.
Oh, thank you, dude.
Code Coffee Coda. Thank you, bro. I appreciate you. Show you guys again. So you guys heard that one there. Let's do the other think. Or not the other think, the space. Very much so. And then I do have Holy Pandas. Let me get aboard with Holy Pandas. 1 second, guys. You guys want to hear some Holy Pandas? I'll show you guys some Holy Pandas. 1 second. So, mind you, this isn't a polycarbonate case that is gasket isolated. This is the 512. I know my voice is a little weird doing this. Oh, no, I can't type like that, Yoki. That's not my thing, unfortunately. I'm just the aesthetic guy. So again, 512 case is polycarbonate plus is gasket isolated. So we have two different things going on. Holy Pandas versus Zealios. To show you guys some key things, just like the, not the backspace in this because it's with a resin keycap, but the enter. But as you guys can see, and yeah, that's a very strong characteristic of the Holy Panda. It is a very sharper and louder, I find, tactile. It is a lot sharper sounding. $512. Yeah, it's a beautiful looking board. I really like this. 512 is actually one of my, like, typing experience wise, it's very hard. Like, these two are probably my favorite boards right now. Yeah. Yeah, I have a cream board as well. Like, I don't know if you guys want to hear some different switches, I can definitely do that for you guys. We'll go back to some photoshopping right now, but how long have we been live? We've been live for about an hour and 24 minutes. Actually, bring it out of the way. I hurt my back doing that. I'm a big fan of the Space65 because of the foam. To be honest with you, I think it coming stock with the keyboard is an absolute huge selling point for me. Huge. Absolute huge selling point. And you have to give it to them. They did a good job doing that. Did you get it for free? What did I get for free? Right, Jabro? The keyboard? They sent this out, and then in return, I'm doing a bunch of content for it, giving my honest thoughts about it. Like, we did cover some negatives. So, for example, some of the negatives that I brought up, which was voiced already on stream, I wasn't a huge fan of the rubber feet covering the screws. Now, mind you, it's down from 4 to 2, which isn't, you know, these are like minor concerns that I'm having. The packaging I thought was a little awkward to get some of the stuff, but again, really a non-concern. Plus the other thing that I wasn't a huge fan of, which I think you guys saw during the stream, but this is an R1 PCB, which the lights actually had like died for like a second during that too. So I don't know why I keep leaving that open there. And actually, we don't even have a chat overlay here. Hold on, boys. Ready to put it here. Just add one really quick. Is it cool with that? Cool. Alex, make another despot render. I will in probably like next week or something. We'll do some actual Photoshop stuff. So the next photo we're going to take a look at are some of the desk shots. And, you know, we took a few of these. We could decide on something like this. My feet has been a complaint from day one. Yeah, you know, I didn't like the fact they were covering that. And then the other thing too was, which was not more of a concern, rather than I think it was more of a problem, was I felt the foam was a hair too thick. So it kind of made it awkward to solder some of the legs into. Let's do one of these shots now. We're trying to find the best one with the coolest colors on the nanoleafs. Which I'm thinking like even probably like this last one here. Go with this one. Back it, dude. And what we're gonna do with a lot of these desk shots is we actually pump up the shadows. You know, we're gonna bring up these shadows quite a bit. We're actually gonna raise some of the exposure. And we're not gonna bring down the highlights because that just makes it look fake. Not all the way anyways. We're gonna bring like that as well as bring in the highlights. Now I made an error here, and I'm gonna tell you guys what the error is. See the lights here at the back? I should have actually turned these down. And when you guys are taking photos of RGB, it's very important that you turn down some of your RGB, or else you're gonna get things called burnout or burn-in from the LEDs on your camera. It's funny, I do the same thing on my photos, but then I don't stack edit the solo image. Yeah, like I was doing that for a long time. I only recently started doing that for almost every photo. It's more time consuming, but I find it worth it. You can actually see I started off by taking some of the photos, and I keep forgetting to take this thing down when I'm not done with it. We took it off eventually. Sorry, did someone ask something? Oh, wait, I thought... Oh, and Alex, I cough. Don't have a sub role in Discord. Oh, so basically, yeah, you want to link them. You want to link the two together. Alright, we're going to up some of the exposure again, because we want to make sure this photo is nice and bright, but still maintaining that element RGB goodness. And then we're also going to crop the photo here, because this is not going to be a stacked image. And I'm going to show you guys some stuff too, because you guys will notice that this photo is like a little bit more inset. So again, my error here, and this happens quite a bit, because my room is smaller, so you don't always notice this stuff, is you want to make sure that you're actually taking a photo head on. This can be corrected though, and it can be corrected fairly simple. A lot of times you can just hit auto right here, and this actually fixes a lot of it for you, which we're going to leave. But we're going to actually do a few more things within Photoshop afterwards to correct some of it. The other thing too is you'll notice that this photo is a little bit, again, yellowish, warm. We're going to bring down some of the cooling here. A hair, as well as bring some of the greens over to the purples. So not by much. And then we're going to dehaze some of this. I know my camera was getting a little bit of light from the actual curtains over here. Robocop is too muted. Can't decide between EVA and ocean color. Oh, I definitely, like me personally, huge in the purple. However, it'd just be tough to color match, so ocean's probably my safe bet. Honestly, Nox. My honest opinion there. Actually, might actually, now that we dehazed it, because dehazing can actually bring out some of those other colors. It's still a little yellow, and I don't like that. Mind you, that's the color of the walls. They're like an eggshell. Jen, thank you so much for the follow. Zyla, thank you so much for the follow as well. I don't think I said thank you. Alright, we're going to bring up some of the vibrance here. Not a whole lot of it, because we don't need, you know, we don't need the photo looking like this. Like +1. And we're probably going to bring up down some of the colors again. We're not going to make it as warm. You guys can see we don't want that. I think right about there is good. And we're going to do some more stuff in Photoshop. Purple life? Yeah, purple. And a little bit of texture, and then a tiny, because we don't want this to happen, tiny little bit of clarity. And that'll help make some stuff more punchy. We're not fixing the A this time. Right, so we can do something like this to these type of photos, which ends up being really fun. This is more of a daytime shot too, so we're not going to have those accentuated RGB lights. Or we can turn around and do something more like a nighttime shot. Something more like this guy, which are fun photos. And this we could photo stack as well. You know, we could do this. These are really, really fun. Minchily Pogs? Yeah, Minchily's here. Exposed 3000. Do I play Xbox? Not anymore, to be honest with you. I haven't played Xbox in a long ass time. You know, we could again edit something like these. Let's just render here. Allow. There we go. We could. However, I don't know if I like this angle, and I take this angle all the time, so still pretty cool. I don't mind this. You know, it's not a bad angle. I'm getting a little tired of using this angle personally. But again, if we wanted to edit something like this too, we'd probably want to increase the exposure just by a tiny bit, and then up some of the vibrance. Well, saturation rather. Stop the bullying. What happened? Who bullied you, Jabril? It's just my very first custom keyboard purchase, and I'm not sure if I should get it or not. Jacob, do whatever color you feel more comfortable with, honestly. My opinion will always be, if it's your first and you want it to work with a lot more things, then play it safe, to be honest with you. So that's my honest opinion. What did Yoki say? I don't know. I can't really tell. He's a small boy, boys. Someone who has the original Space65, I do recommend getting one. Since your first board, though, I would recommend getting a hot swap PCB so you can play around with switches. Yes, 100% agree with that. This is another really cool angle of the Space65. Again, we might not want to go with something like that. We might want to edit, you know, some of these photos instead, which I think would be another really cool photo to kind of showcase and demo things, or even something like this. The gold weight one is nice. We can do something like this, in which we can edit really quickly as well, which we've already kind of started. You know, you can dehaze some of this, make it a little more punchy, bring out some of the shadows while up in contrast. Really make this particular photo punchy. Thank you so much for the follow, Maiko FX. Almost said MX, but your FX. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. Now that we're done that, we can sharpen this. As for the norm, we're going to hit developer settings, copy settings, and then apply to everything. And then paste. Bam. All right, so the next thing we're going to do is actually open this guy up as layers in Photoshop. Open as layers. You could put a different PCB in it, but you won't get the LEDs. Yeah, that's the only thing. Is there even any hot swap 65s right now that are available? Wasn't a whole bunch of people, including yourself, C-Muller, looking for some? For the tofu? Or was that underglow we were looking for? I can't remember. If you want, you can do what I did and got mil-max sockets. Yeah, you can do that too. You can definitely do that too. DZ65, I don't know, not in stock. Yeah, it never is. I don't know why. I'm waiting for the 1-up 65. Did they announce that? I'd actually pick one up. That's actually exciting. Dude, same? Yeah, me too, man. Q7797, thank you so much for the follow, dude. I really appreciate that, man. Welcome to the stream, bro. Again, we're going to duplicate these, save this one here. Actually, no, sorry. We missed a step, boys. We want to align these first. Edit align. You in for the 7V? River, man. I really want it. We just got the Canon and we got another Space65. What's the price on the 7V? Did they say anything about that yet? I'm kind of curious. Sadly. Hey, man. Clean? Thank you, dude. I really appreciate that. How you doing today, Sadly? 450 USD. It's a nice keyboard, don't get me wrong, but I don't know if we have those funditures right now, you know what I'm saying? Copy those, put them in a group. All these into your backup. Go back to the original photos here. And then edit. And we're going to hit auto blend. This will make everything in focus that we put in focus. You guys can see here in a second. Just ordered a second Space65, man. Had to make the gamble. Which colors did you get, Sad? I'm curious. I've not had an issue with my sockets as of yet. The random one? Sadly. What color are you hoping for? I'm personally hoping for that, not the, was it the creamsicle I wanted? Yeah, the creamsicle. Or if he can, and if he's going to do it, I don't know what Potter wants to do. That all black one with the special edges. Oof. That looks fly, dude. That looks hella sick. So here we go. A fully in focus backweight. You guys can see some of the texture on the backweight of the Space65. Mind you, there's bits I missed because this was just a quick one that I took because I wasn't even sure if I wanted to use this. As you can even see the parts. This. Good GMK. We got this too. Potter, yes. Yeah, the gold badge is really nice. I kind of like the texture on it, I'll be honest. I like the if it was like full PVD, that's fine, that's great. Like Rama has those, and truth be told, I get fingerprints over them all the time, and they're kind of a pain in the ass. But I really like this. I kind of like this slightly reflective brass finishing. I'm not sure what this is. So again, what we're gonna do with this guy?
Oh, thank you, dude.
Biz, holy hell, Biz! I appreciate you, dude. Thank you so much for the 5 tier 1 subs, dude. Holy hell! Thank you, man. You're a goat, dude. I wish he was there to was it burnt? Oh my god, dude. I know, man. No problem, my guy. Dude, you're the man, man. How are you doing today, Biz? Have you found a keyboard yet? I mean, I'm down for whatever, but I got a turtle in my background and a turtle arcade cabinet, so slightly leaning towards the army green. That's really, really nice, man. Yeah, the army green's really cool, man. Good news is the Space65 that I'm editing is available. It should ship out in like 3 to 5 months, they said. I know Potter, I think, made an announcement for them starting production as soon as possible because of all the attention that this keyboard's getting.
Thank you, dude.
So if you guys get this now, and the Space65 is beautiful. Let me show you. Let me show you, dude. Look at this. This is a gorgeous keyboard. 65% exactly what you want. It does not have all that RGB, but it has the one on the side, which makes it look super fucking cool. Like I'm absolutely in love with this. The other cool thing about this Biz is it has foam in between the PCB and has a carbon fiber plate. Carbon fiber, dude. 2U right shift. Yes, 2U right shift is one that I put control. They don't use the right shift at all. Are the keys backlit? No. No, they're not backlit. These ones here are not backlit. There's barely any RGB except for the side. But it's kind of cool because it gives it a really cool aesthetic without making it overboard, and has a lot of like really nice accent pieces. Yeah, Optics, I've been kind of leaning towards that too. I love polycarbonate, don't get me wrong, but I even just like the polycarbonate like this. It reminds me of the old Nintendo stuff. Jabril, be nice. Be nice, Jabril. I love poly, but I also love that. Yeah, me too, man. We gotta show love to our membrane users as well, man. We can't shun them away. Keyboard's your keyboard. It's beautiful. Thank you, Nuggets and Chill. I appreciate that, man. Poly reminds me of a clear OG, dude. Xbox, yeah, man, I agree. I love poly, but also, yeah, dude, honestly love it. I love membrane. You better, Jabril. We love all keyboards here, even the Apple keyboard. Thoughts on the E087? I actually purchased one. We got the crystal version. So mushy and amazing. Different strokes for different folks, brother. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate the follow, Mac Mutant. Appreciate that, dude. Alex, have you seen the DMG build with the Tay keyboards? No, I have not seen that, Yoki. What about the laser keyboard? The one that projected like things down? That one there? Am I thinking of that one there? I'll be honest, I don't know how I feel about that. Like that might be a little awkward, but I mean, if someone enjoys it and types well and says they like it, then who are we to judge, dude? Crystal, hell yeah. They had awesome photos of it. Dude, me too, man. I'm excited to get the crystal version of it. That should be an interesting build too. I don't know what switches we're going to use. I think we might go with the H1 switches. I think Apex wants to send me some of those eventually, which I want to buy off of him. Biz, thank you so much for stopping by, brother. I really appreciate you. Talk to you soon, man. Don't forget to DM me if you need anything, brother. Check Discord DMs later. You know I will, brother. Thank you. Thank you for sending me some, Auntie. I love Topper. Yeah, me too, man. I got my I get to try some at the meetup, and I was like in love right away. So we got these photos here. We'll go back to our Photoshop. We got this. And this is already kind of good. You know, it's a nice photo. Might have to do some cropping here to align everything. Whoa. Deselect, whatever. I ordered some of those keyboard bush. Dude, I need to order some of those too because I plan on getting Bushibo. It looks really, really nice. Clavier loves the tactile switch. Dude, yeah, Clavier loves them. Clavier has really interesting taste. Like, he's a fun designer. I like a lot of the stuff that he does. Like, I really dig it. Those are the prettiest switches I've seen. Yeah, honestly. I have the laser switches. Now, my dad is using that keyboard with the laser switches in it. But I actually love them. They're really, really nice. They're very pretty. I think they would go good with anything with, like, my desk mat, for example. But, yeah. I don't know. I'm a big fan of the colored switches. Jabril, what's up, man? What's up, brother? How can I help? How can I assist you today? Here's always my struggle with this, boys, is like, what the fuck do I do with these little nipples over here? Do I get rid of them? What keyboard does your dad have? He has my Essen keyboard. He actually likes the angle of that, and it's a little high for me, but he loves it. And he also likes the fact that those laser switches are so soft. Not soft as in like weak springs, but just they feel good. So it was a big step up from his tofu that we ordered as like pre-assembled that he was using. Oh, well, back to the AC, brother. Gonna pour a dram and collect some things, dude. Definitely, man. Maybe craft some things. You know, AC things. Enjoy Animal Crossing, Tyler. Thank you for tuning in, brother. Hopefully, see you again soon. I want a space so bad, but I just bought a Think. Thinks are nice too, man. That's why this one here stays on my desk. I like it. I like my Think. I still like both sounds of both keyboards. I prefer the space. I like the weight of the space. That's awesome. How did your dad? That's awesome. How your dad has a custom mech. He's always been into them. Like when I got into them, he was into them. But then he tried out some of my more recent stuff that I've been getting more into it recently. Been learning a lot more things too, because I'm new, just like a lot of people who follow me, and we're still learning together. I'm only like what 6 or 7 months into, well, a little bit more, maybe like 8 months into the hobby. So I'm new to this as well. So he's learning too, and then a lot of other people that follow the stream and do all that kind of stuff too. I love seeing the tangerine switches by your guys' names, by the way. The 2-month sub stuff. I wish I can swap things around. I like seeing that particular sub status. Maybe with Christmas money? Yeah, man. Hopefully you can get something soon. I love tangerines. Yeah, me too, man. Cool switch. I have them in my candy bar. All right, so we want to edit this one here a little bit. See one thing. Did I show you guys this? This is the other key set that I can't wait for to show up. Hard to see. I don't know why these photos are so small. The Sanctuary Rebirth. Let's zoom in a little. I mean, even this photo is like crappy small. Let's reset the zoom. Oh no, what did I just do? Oh, I don't know how to computer. Sanctuary Rebirth set. This will be fun to put on my next keyboard. This is the one that I wanted to put on, what's it called? The Luna. One second, guys. Boy, I hope this turns out right. Me too, man. It's on the 12th, so I can hopefully get it in time for the group buy. Hopefully, man. Hopefully you can get whatever you need to get. Remember, boys, girls, whoever's still watching, you guys can't afford something, or you guys are struggling with some money right now, because it is some tough times. Don't worry about it. Pass on the keyboards, do your thing, survive, first of all. As grim as it is to say that. But don't be spending all your money, because we don't know what's going to happen, real talk. Even I've cut down. You guys used to see me purchase artisans like every single week. But I've cut down a lot, just because, like, who knows. Like, I bought some keyboards, we purchased one on stream, and I bought this one here, so $600 is my budget for the month. There's always going to be stuff in the future. We just don't know what's going to happen, in our near future with everything going. So, real talk, like, enjoy what I'm doing. If you guys like it, then just watch. Some stuff that I get, I'm more than willing to share. We do giveaways all the time, too. To kind of leak some info, La Plastique is sending over some keycaps soon to give away for you guys. I think 3 people will get some La Plastique stuff. What's a budget? Yeah, I don't know what a budget is, Dutch. You've lost me there, brother. True fact, sad but true. Yeah, man. It's weird times, dude. Weird times. Got me freaked out too. Have these conversations with some of my other friends. We're just like, what do we do? I think even a lot of the keyboard streamers too. There a lot of the content creators who are relying on other jobs. They're kind of getting hit hard. I'm fortunate enough to work from home with a lot of my stuff. We'll get rid of little nipples and leave back these keycaps. Fearless, how you doing, man? How you doing, dude? Doing well, brother? Alpha, a pack of restock at 10 p.m. No way, where? Tomorrow. Oh, man. I actually do want to pick up some of those. I do, man. I actually do. Aja, how you doing, man? Enlarged pickle? With the oh my god face? Hell yeah, dude. I'll report it for Nalsafe for showing your face. Thanks, brother. I appreciate that. Is it because it's so ugly mechs on deck? Is that what it is? But nice to see you around, brother. We're just editing some photos. We already edited one. Let me see if I can find that for you. Oh boy. Where did all this extra stuff come from? Why is it I only have 18 gigs left? I had literally 60 gigs left earlier. Oh, that's not good. Sexy Mans, thank you, brother. I appreciate that. You beautiful man. Thank you, dude. We edited this earlier. Space65. Photo stacked the shit out of this. I like the way this edit turned out. A little bit more muted, not as like light filled as some of my other shots, but man, I actually love this keyboard. It looks so good with GMK 1008. Can you suggest some keycaps other than putting keycaps for the Apex Pro TKL for gaming? My rubber Tahoe caps don't fit the Apex Pro. Thank you for the 50 bits, by the way. Am I pronouncing it right? Keja? Keha? Grizzgod. Some other keycaps you could use. I mean, there's... what is the Apex Pro? What stems does that have? What switches does the Apex Pro have? I'm not even sure, to be honest with you. Neo. New to the community, but this is probably my favorite looking board so far. Yes, me too, man. I love the Space65. Omnipoint switches. Let me look something up. You said it's what board? Let me just copy and paste. Let me help you here. Let me see if I can figure out something for you. I'm just doing it off screen. I don't even know if these have regular... I mean, it should, but I'm not sure if this particular spacebar is like different than normal, because I know sometimes these companies love doing that. This might be like a 6.25U. I'm actually not sure. Yeah, it looks like they have MX stems, so technically you can do whatever you want because they're cherry, unless you bought the Omnipoint one, which still looks like it has an MX stem. Cool, this isn't an OLED smart display. That's awesome. I'm gonna see what it says here, if it says anything at all. Well, let me Google something quick. Okay, this is a weird fucking song. We're taking this off right now. Actually, fuck it. Who cares? Leave it. Kind of stabs used for the Space65 build the other day. We used Everglide Stabs. One of them was giving me problems though, and it still gave me problems today. Today, I fully fixed it. Sometimes stabs, these things happen. Let me see if I can find out what layout this uses for you. Spacebar. I just want to see the spacebar. I don't even know if it's going to show. Is this like a brand new keyboard? Is 60% your preferred size? I'm actually leaning towards 65% recently. Spacebar is really rattly. Oh, well, this is rattly. I mean, this is just a wiki. It looks like it uses a standard set, so technically you should be able to use everything. Yeah, because it's using standard cherry switches, and it looks like it's a regular sized layout. I mean, let's like take a look at one of them. Uses a 6.5, so I mean that should be there. Yeah, I mean it looks like it's using a 6.25U. Yeah, so if we count one, I mean, is there a top-down view of this for you? We can take a look at? Yeah. So if we look at this, let's zoom in. Oh, there we go. So if you look at what I have here in the smaller cam, see how the X and the open bracket over here, or I guess whatever this is, open bracket. So we count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 keycaps. So that would be like 6.25 because we just have to shift that over. This looks like a standard layout. You technically should be able to use whatever keycaps you want. I like wider, thick keycaps. The thickness of it shouldn't matter when you put them in the stem. In that case, you could technically use whatever standard keycaps you want. However, I'm not too sure why you're having problems with the Tahoe keycap. That I could not answer for you. I'd love to give you a better answer for that, but I actually don't know. Without actually physically having one of those Omni point switches in my hands, I'm not too sure. But again, my honest thing is it looks like a standard layout to me, a standard TKL, and you should be set to use whatever set you want. Right? I don't think there should be a problem using, unless there was something wrong with the Tahoe. Yeah, perhaps, yeah. Maybe there was something wrong with those, like Kay said. Yeah, that's a weird situation. I wish I can provide more input to that too. That's one of those things where it's easier when you physically have it in front of you. So if I'm If I'm set to use any set, what can you suggest for wider keycaps? In my opinion, if you want a thicker keycap that feels really good, PBT is probably the way you want to go. I personally really like PBT keycaps. And if you're going to go with PBT, perhaps something like Enjoy PBT. They make some good ones. You know, if you don't get a warp spacebar, that is. SA ABS. You could do with an SA set too. Those are taller keycaps, not necessarily thicker. Hey Alex, do you think Cybervoyager is totally worth a pickup? Yes. And let's go back to my other camera here. So I wanted to be very, when I got this keyboard in, I wanted to be like very, very open with everything too. Because I was sent the keyboard to build, but I also want to be honest with everyone too. I like it. It's honestly a really cool keyboard. I like the ability that you can swap out a bunch of pieces. I'm always big on customization like that. It's not overly complicated. A lot of it's using magnets too, so you can pop out the LED badge. Right? So you can pop out the LED badge, change it for a different color, and suddenly you get an accent of different color. The RGB subtle, not in your face, which I'm more appreciating now. Quality of the board's fantastic. I loved the foam inside. However, we did discuss that it might have been like a hair too thick because it was a little tough to kind of put some of those in there, the stems, and then solder them in. Really a non-issue though, because I still got it to work. Obviously, it's working. This was an R1 PCB, so I didn't really get a chance to look at the R2 PCB. However, I am told that all those problems that R1 users were facing is going to be fixed. So that's going to be a nice thing. The Bob Keycap, yep, is from Bob Keycaps on Instagram. Boy, I just touched my microphone and it fell down. But yeah, like that's a lot of the things that were issues and concerns of mine were just smaller things, but really nothing past that. What camera do you shoot with? The Sony A7R II. Speaking of ePBT, I bought a set of simple JA from RMEC Market, but it's taking too long to come here from Singapore. Is that big? It's a big sad. Dude, shipping right now is it's fearless. Like, I'm waiting on a BroCap. It's been stuck at the airport for like 2 weeks. And it's a last pilot, which I was really excited to get it, but I have not seen it. Yeah, I built this Space65 R1 for my friend. And it was really nice. I was surprised. Yeah, and honestly, Kay, with the foam too, it's a bigger surprise for me. So I've been really, really into that. They should sell a limited edition Space65 with Alex beard hairs. I appreciate you. Hold on, wait. I appreciate you for noticing my beard hairs, even though it's pretty raggedy right now. You know what I mean? Can you imagine? Can you imagine a limited edition Alex Otos keyboard? Can you imagine? Where I get to pick the colors? I truthfully, if it was up to me, I would literally take the entire keyboard, like you guys see on the photo over here, and anodize it with the color shifting paint. Can you imagine how cool that would be? It would shift from blue to purple with other tones of red in it, because I love laser colorway. Even though I don't own a set of laser, which I need to bother Reagan. I want to buy that. Ormax Live? Yeah, we're going to host him here in a bit, for sure. Because we're hitting our 2-hour mark soon. But we're going to edit a little bit more, then we'll host him. Let him do his thing, you know what I'm saying? Oh, my voice. Boys, don't forget to hydrate. Hydration time, you know what I'm saying? Next week, though, for keyboards, you guys want to see more building stuff, we have a whole bunch of switches we will be lubing live on stream. Probably Friday, to be honest. And then on Sunday, we're probably going to be taking one of the PCBs I have and installing hot swap sockets on them. Probably. We have a whole bunch of hot swap sockets now, so I do want to install those on one of the keyboards. So we'll do that together. I've never done it before. So we're gonna learn together for that. And because nobody's selling hot swap, we're just gonna make our own. Because why not, dude? We're gonna edit this photo. We're gonna edit that. We've been putting off this photo long enough. It's been like 20 minutes. Come on. How are you guys doing tonight otherwise? Is everyone else having a good night? I have the 8008 from Space Cables. Oh man, you got that ghosted? I need to bother Reagan. I need to get one from him. Just fine. Nice. Board is beautiful. Neil, thank you so much, dude. Appreciate that. Really appreciate that, brother. I'm thinking Friday too. If we don't end up doing lubing and we push that back by a day, I'm thinking Friday we just chill out, maybe play some games. I don't know. We can do something like marbles, things as a community. Maybe I'll play some video games on Friday. I don't know if you guys would even be interested in that. I know a lot of you guys might be only here for keyboard content, but I do a lot of variety stuff. Marbles. Just finished rebuilding my tofu. What'd you put in it? I'm kind of curious. Marbles? Yeah, we'll do some marbles. You and I still need to hit up some more. Dude, we do need to hit up some more Warframe, dude. I will make a point of that this week because I still have it installed and I really want to play. Rip KeyCon 2020. Yeah, a lot of things aren't happening now, man. A lot of things aren't. It'll be the fun part going forward now is seeing what we do to get back on our feet as a community and get some more events happening. I'll tell you right now, I think there's some stuff in the works that I can't really mention too much about. You know, we'll see. Hopefully we'll get some more keyboards in. I'd like to do another build for you guys live on stream, but we need a PA meetup. We need to isolate for now, brother. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully, though, I know you guys are probably itching for some more keyboard content, more builds. But we'll do some lubing. I think we're going to probably do that on Friday. Nugs, what's up? Nugs, we still need to watch some movies. I'm just telling you. We need to. Nugs, are you streaming tonight? Cypher, yeah. Lube. We need a lube, brother. We need a lube. Currently waiting on my Keys 65 and my LZ. Ooh. Dude. I need to open up commissions again. I don't know. I want to do it after this whole thing's done. I'd love to get my hands on some of your guys' boards just to like build. And I'm really loving the building process now. I think my soldering is getting better, guys. I'm really enjoying it. Yeah, you should. Yeah, I need to. Talisman, thank you so much for the 112 bits, bro. Appreciate that. Holy hell, Talisman. But I think once I do K, I think it's gonna go like full force. Probably like we'll accept like 1 or 2 a week. That way there I can do them right, do them on time. You know. But if you guys do want, I'm gonna shill apiary till I die. If you guys do want to go look at someone who does like constant keyboard content, and is an extreme pleasure to watch, definitely check out apiary. COD Josh 123, yo, what's up, brother? How you doing, dude? So again, what we're gonna do here, guys, is get rid of some of these little dust particles. If I get a 512, it's heading your way, hopefully. Hell yeah, dude. And you can pick whatever you want on it. McCulley's build still needs to come in. I'm kind of really hoping the Clavier package comes in this week, but we are kind of strapped because that's like 3 weeks. Like, he sent me about 3 weeks worth of content. Just the mails are really slow right now, so. But I appreciate everyone who's just hanging on, just like chilling, still watching me do non-keyboard, fully keyboard anyways. Like, a piece of blurry shit over here, but we'll fix that later. Keyboard stuff, so I really appreciate it, guys. It really means a lot. Clavier's build will come in soon. I'm going to do a macro shot of this particular keycap, though. I also want another Latrium cap really soon, too. What keyboard do you recommend as my first custom one for the price? Thank you, Talisman. Thank you for linking apiary. If you guys want to, go follow her for sure. Tofu's a really good one. I really like building in tofus. I have 3 or 4 of them, and I've built about like 5 or 6 of them for friends. But if you want something even cheaper, a plastic case from KBD fans. Not a bad little keyboard, to be honest. With some decent switches. I think COD, the first thing you could do, if you do like a really cheap case, my honest opinion. Oh, we're on shadows. Hold on, boys. My honest opinion, if you're buying a cheaper case, 110%, lube your switches. Once you learn how to do that, you're going to have a fucking good time, dude. You're going to love the keyboard. I don't know if we should leave the photo like this, guys. I kind of want to do this to the photo. I'm going to do this. I like the way this looks. Gabriel's on the right path there. I think that's honestly a really good starter, to be honest with you. Let's crop it, turn it a little bit. See what this turns out like. Yeah, I really like this angle. I like this cut. How much total do you spend on keyboards? So COD, to be completely honest with you, I've had, out of all the keyboards I own, 2 sent to me by vendors, so I can build, promote, give my honest opinions on. And then Everything else I've bought either on Mech Market or I've bought on retail during the group buys. Canadian, you know, if we're looking at all of the keyboards and parts, Canadian transfer, like the transfer between USD and Canadian is insane. I want to say like anywhere between like in US dollars, like 4,000 to 5,000. However, COD, to be honest with you, I don't do anything else. I don't go out. I don't do a whole lot of social things. When I do, it's like very minimal. So a lot of my spending money goes into buying keyboards, and then I'm very fortunate enough to have a lot of the vendors help give away things to you guys, and even the stuff that you guys spend here on Twitch, a lot of it just goes straight back into content. We actually bought the microphone to do better sound tests for you guys. Not that it gets used for anything else other than talking to you guys with. And then a lot of it goes into giveaways. A lot of it does. And we try to do at least one giveaway a month. I'm very grateful for that. And let's actually get to that piece, which is out of focus there. It's going to really bother me. I think actually that's fine. You're not even going to notice that. It's going to be like this big. I think I actually want to cut this and trim this down a little bit more. Like this ever so. Yeah, I like this. This is a neat little photo. That's cool. Caught the tofu is in stock. Oh my god, my throat. My voice just crackled. Whew. If you want it, you should jump on that. Yeah, honestly. KBD fans has some crazy stuff. Real talk. Acrylic tofu plus tactile clicky. Bug whisper, you're on the right path. I love tactile switch. I actually don't mind clickies too. Ooh, that's a cool little voice effect. It's echoing in here. But yeah, that's another photo down. So we did 2. However, I feel like we've not exhausted some of the photos. I feel like we want to save some of these. I'm obviously going to do more editing streams. I'm planning on doing another stream sometime during the week, guys. I don't know if you guys would be interested in another Photoshop stream. I don't know. Would you guys be? This photo turned out. I want to do this one here next. This needs a full edit, though. Count me in? Hell yeah, dude. With this photo right now. Why is it so? There it goes. Need to render. Alvin with another 111 bits. Hell yeah, brother. Thank you so much, dude. Yes to another Photoshop stream? Hell yeah. I love doing these things, honestly. It's so much fun. I want to do something different with my desk, though. I actually am thinking about getting rid of this ultra wide here. I have another 16:9 downstairs, so you should raffle a keyboard commission in the Discord. To raffle a raffle of keyboard commissions in the Discord. How would I do that, though? I don't have any keyboards to raffle off for commission. Or do you mean like let someone commission me on a raffle? Like the opportunity? I don't think there needs to be any opportunity. I think if someone wants one done, Jabro, like if you actually want one done, just DM me. Right now, the only reason I haven't been saying like I'm not doing it publicly is because, you know, it's a weird time to get things sent in the mail. A lot of like risk. But if you want to take that risk, then by all means DM me. But you know me, I schedule everything very, very nicely. All right, guys. So let's switch back to the other camera here. Go, boys. Real talk. The desk mat is a bit loud, but I know your personality aesthetic leans towards bright colors and dramatic. Yeah, definitely. I absolutely love dramatic color. Mind you, this one here is actually a bit more tame. I love big colors. That's why I have it underneath here. So when we flip it and we got my desk pad. Love it. I feel like a lot of people do like them. It's just hard to work into a lot of aesthetics. This one's okay. This one's here A-okay. Yeah, I like that. Referring to the blue one? Yeah, the other one that I have. Nice and loud. Nice and my style. I put stickers all over my water bottle, boys. Oh yeah. Alright, let's take a look. Let's take a look at who's streaming right now. I think we're going to do a host. I think we wanted to do Anthony. I know he's streaming tonight. Mr. Oramek. There's a lot of good people streaming right now. Aura, Anthony. You want to do Anthony too? I always do this with this microphone. All right, let's go to the stream manager. Let us go into rating Aura. Okay, do Aura. But guys, it has been a fantastic night, guys. Let's surprise them. Yeah, let's do it. Guys, spam him with emotes or some shit. I already told him you said you would. Oh, okay. But I really appreciate you guys being here. You know, the usual. If you guys have any other questions, concerns, anything at all, just DM me. I'm an open book. Willing to talk, you know. Thank you guys. Thank you, Talisman. Thank you, Chozo. Thank you, Jabril, Cypher, everyone else who's been in the chat. Oplix. Thank you, dude. Really appreciate you guys. I'm going to go do a few other things with Keys, clean up my room, and probably go to bed for the night. Talisman, thank you, brother. Thank you for everything tonight, brother. You're a wonderful human being, you. Take care, boys. Thank you so much for tuning in.
Alex Sotos, oh my god. Thank you, Alex. What's going on, everybody? We are just lubing some fresh Gator on inks. Talisman, thank you for the follow. Oh, Jesus Christ. How does he keep up? A little bit of lubing Mauler. Thank you for the follow, Brocolis. Brocolis. Sorry if I butcher that. Derbs, thank you for the follow. You guys are going crazy. Jesus. Alex, buddy, what's going on? You're a great talker. What would I recommend as a brush for lubing? Literally just go to your local art store. It's going to be the best. Barely, thank you for the follow. I literally just went to one of our local art stores and picked up just a standard like thin tip paintbrush. On the smaller size at least. Oh my god, there is so much shit going on. Show us your keyboard and desk mat. Oh baby, I have to show you the keyboard. It was hand picked by Alex. Yoki, thank you for the follow. And Barely, oh no, Barely, I think I covered you already. I have my fresh tofu with the little space cable going on. Oh, I missed that. I missed the whole camera. Sorry. Got mine from Warhammer store. That's gotta be an American thing. I've never heard of Warhammer store. For us, it's like in Canada, it's Michael's, like an art supply store. Don't you wish you had his good looks? Oh God. Which desk pad, Alex? The Aura Knights one? Every fucking day. You guys are crazy.